Hey everyone, welcome back to another vlog. It is about 6:30 in the morning right now. I have to get Alani up, feed her, and head out to work. And after that, she has a doctor appointment. So we actually have a pretty busy day today, and I am running behind. So I need to cut this short and get moving. Okay, we're back. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but my part-time work is helping out a little girl before and after school. So I got finished dropping her off at school. Obviously we went over there and did all the breakfast and getting ready and all that kind of stuff, but she is off to school now, and Alani actually has a doctor appointment, and I didn't think about it, but it's near the school. So I've literally been sitting in the parking lot. Alani has been sleeping. She's up now. I don't know if you can see her back there. But she has a doctor appointment and it's near the school, so I didn't feel like driving all the way back home just to turn around. So I've been sitting in the parking lot. She just woke up, and we probably have another 15 minutes till it makes sense to actually head out. So I think we are going to just go to Target, wander around for a little bit, and then head out to the doctor appointment, because we are only 5 minutes away from it where we are right now. Are you ready for your 9-month appointment? Are you ready? Or are we nervous? You're fine, I know. Alright, let's go. We made it. They redid the waiting area. It looks cute. Well, it was like this the last time, but I didn't show it. They gave us this book. Do you want it? Yeah? Yeah, you have a book. Someone was very mad, but she gets happy when I put the camera on her, so that's what I did. We are on our way to go take Nellie to her vet appointment for a follow-up. There has been a lot that has happened since we left the doctor's office, but I am in a rush to get her to the vet appointment, so I will have to catch up on all of that later. So I'm home from the appointment. I stopped at Chick-fil-A from Nellie's appointment, the dog. Stopped at Chick-fil-A because I have reward points, and I have, sadly, a lot. What is going on? What's happening? But it looks like I'm not going to be able to eat this Chick-fil-A because I think someone is hungry. Okay, where were we? I am currently feeding Alani because she was hungry. Yeah, after she gets shots, I really just feed her, let her sleep whenever. We don't try to stick to a routine. I normally don't stick to a routine with her feedings anyway, but we kind of just fall off of our routine because she just gets a little more needy. Needy? Yeah, which is completely fine with me. But yeah, I guess I will just go over what the whirlwind was after the doctor's appointment. So she got her hemoglobin prick, and they had mentioned that babies like to eat the Band-Aids, and she, of course, was trying to like chew on her finger, but was mostly just entertained, waving it and everything. I had made a mental note to take the Band-Aid off before we got into the car, but by the time I got into the car and started driving, completely forgot. So about 5 minutes into the car ride, I heard her cough, and just mommy instinct, I guess, and just knew what it was. So I immediately pulled over and was basically scooping a Band-Aid out of her mouth. That was fun. I I swear, this girl. She was okay. She was fine. I was not. I cried a little. But we got home, and shortly after that, my dad came over and visited. And honestly, I just was so still thrown off by that, on top of just enjoying his company, that I didn't even think to pick up my camera. And from there, yeah, it was, once my dad left, it was getting her ready to head to Nellie's vet appointment, and she fell asleep in the car 5 minutes into our ride, which I was just like, great, because the last time I took her, I wore her, since there's really not a ton of space in the little rooms. So I was like, great, I'm going to have to take the entire stroller in, which I did, and she slept through, I mean, it was a short appointment because it was just a follow-up for our dog, but she slept through maybe the first half of it and then was awake. So it wasn't a very long nap, but again, right now I'm feeding her, and then I'm hoping I'm able to eat, and maybe I'll possibly be able to get her down before I head back to work. It's been just go, 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 and she did not sleep very well last night, so I'm just completely thrown off. I'm hoping she goes back to sleep and I'm able to just relax for 10 minutes. I'll take 10 minutes before I head back to work. Alani is down for her nap now, so I figured now would be a good time to do her 9-month update, and then even just, I guess, touch on some 9-month postpartum things. I don't actually have a ton of time before I have to go back to work. I really feel bad for her because I'm sure she really needs this nap, but gotta make money, right? So I have her paper here. She is in the 29th percentile for height. She weighs 17 pounds. That honestly isn't too much of a jump from where she was at 8 months, but the doctors said they're not concerned. She's doing well. My only concern was I am breastfeeding. Fortunate to still be able to do that as her main source of food, but I wasn't sure, like with the purees and giving her a few like regular foods in small pieces, if just with breastfeeding I was getting enough nutrition for her, or if she was getting enough food, getting full enough. She seems fine, but the doctor said she's growing just fine, so keep up with what we're doing, which is great to know, because I really enjoy breastfeeding and I'm really happy that I can still do it. So I'm glad that she's getting what she needs from me. The only thing that came back was her hemoglobin levels were a little low. I don't know if that's on here. Yeah, I don't know if the actual hemoglobin level is on here, but it was like really a small amount. If it was supposed to be 10.5, then it was like 10.2 or something. So they weren't too concerned, but they did give me a list of iron-rich foods, which I do know what a lot of them are. I'll just have to focus on that for her. I am anemic, so, and I don't eat red meat or pork for anyone who is new. So I'm pretty familiar with foods that are good sources of iron. What I'm not very good at is actually eating them. But I need to make sure that I sneak some of those things into her diet. The doctor said that me getting it really isn't like going to be what does it for her. Like, she needs to be consuming those types of foods. So we'll have to make sure that she is getting some more iron in her diet, which should be easy enough. Her height, she is in the 46th percentile. Where is she? 2 feet and basically 3.5 inches. So I honestly believe that she's going to be taller than me. I will be surprised if she's my height or shorter. I'm only 5 foot. So I think that she's definitely going to surpass me in height. When is the question, but I wouldn't be surprised if she did that by middle school. Hopefully not elementary school, because then I'll feel really crazy. But hey, whatever. If she's taller than me in elementary school, we'll take it. Developmentally, everything was normal. She's crawling. She's been sitting up. She pulls up on things. She is babbling. We've still got da da ga all that, but no ma. Still working on it. The only time she gets close to saying something that sounds like ma, which is more like a m instead, is when she's pouting because she's like crying. But that's the only time I get that out of her, and hopefully she'll give me a mama someday soon. I know that I had mentioned that she is mostly breastfed, but she does get the occasional purees. I started out with trying to do all of the homemade purees, but I really wasn't that committed to it. So she normally gets pouches if she's getting a puree, or if it's something that's easy for me to mash up, like avocado, which at this point she's just eating chunks of avocado. But when it was something like that, then I would just make that for her. But if it involved like a blender and all of that, I just wasn't that committed to it. So it was mostly pouches for her, and still is. She is eating a few things, like I said, avocado. She's doing puffs. I'm still such a baby, and I break them up because they still make me nervous. I mean, this child's over here eating Band-Aids. I don't know what I'm worried about with puffs, but yeah, I'm trying to get better. But my thing is, I'm just gonna do what I'm comfortable with. When I was pregnant with her, I had really wanted to do baby-led weaning, but as we got closer and closer to time to feed her solids, I just couldn't handle it. We've slowly been working up the chunkiness of her foods, and she's been doing just fine with that. But I believe that's all I have for her. My postpartum acne is doing better, but the issue I have is I have to be more regular with the topical ointment, and that's a problem that I've always had with stuff. Once things get better, then I'm not as good with taking medication, and I know I need to still be taking it, so that's something I need to work on. Breastfeeding's still going fine. As I said, my C-section scar has not been anything that's been a concern. It doesn't hurt. It is definitely healed by now. It's a little bit raised, and interestingly enough, back when it was still healing, I had an area that seemed open to me that I was concerned about, and I went back to the doctor and everything. That's actually the flattest area on my stomach. It's a little raised on one side, and it's completely flat on the other side. So I'm just like, how did that area heal the best? But it did, so I'm not complaining. I haven't really focused on weight, and I really don't even love to talk about it, but I know people are curious. I think I was back to my pre-pregnancy weight at 6 months postpartum, but now I am slightly below my pre-pregnancy weight. But at the same time, I am nowhere near as toned as I was prior to having Alani. My weight may be way down, but what I really want to focus on is toning, because how I fit into my clothes and how I look and how I feel in my body is more important to me than what the scale says. So once we start getting into a better routine again, I really want to get back to exercising, even if it's just like 20 minutes. I'm hoping this girl will get better at napping. She's doing better at night, but nap time is rough, and I already get up so early with work that I just don't see myself fitting in the time. I used to wake up at 4:30 every morning to work out, so I know I can do it, but I just haven't committed to that yet. But yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do for this postpartum update, because I actually have to wake her up, and we need to go pick up the little girl that I watch. I actually just checked my phone because I was getting an influx of text messages, and they were from the mom that I work for, and she actually got out of school early, and she is going to be able to pick up her daughter, so I don't have to wake Alani up, and that makes me really happy. As much as I want to get the hours and make money, obviously, when she has just gotten her shots and she's feeling like this, I would much rather her be able to sleep and get the rest that she needs. So that's good. She's asleep. I now have to decide between doing the dishes or giving myself just a little bit of a break and resting. I have a feeling that the dishes are gonna win though. I just finished the dishes and Alani is still asleep, so I am gonna get a little bit of me time. I actually haven't had anything to drink other than a little bit of a macchiato. I didn't like it. It was the Starbucks caramel cloud macchiato or whatever it's called. It was a new one and I didn't care for it. And so I really haven't had much to drink at all. So I think I'm going to sit down with a glass of cranberry juice because that is my drink of choice and just relax for a little bit because I'm sure she'll be up soon. All right, let's see how much time I can get to actually relax. She normally doesn't go back down when she wakes up, but while I was up there, I could tell she was still tired. So I just nursed her and she didn't fall back to sleep. But when I put her in her crib, she just fussed for like maybe 15 seconds and was out. So this is normal for after she gets shots. Neediness with just wanting to feed more and needing to sleep, but other than that, she's her normal happy self. Back to laundry. Can we turn off all of this noise? Lovely. Did you have a nice nap? Yeah? You got a bit of a drooly mouth there. And some messy hair. Do you see the cars? Are there cars going by outside your window? Hmm? Yeah. Thank you for allowing me to do the dishes and fold clothes. Yeah, you're gonna mess up all my nice neat piles of clothing? Yeah, is that what's gonna happen? Alright, can I collect these before you destroy them? Thank you. Hi, I'm glad you're in a better mood. Where are you going? Yeah. You just want this camera. It's a very close-up video. We have played inside long enough. We are gonna go take a walk outside now that it is closer to Nellie's time to go out. But I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. Yes, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.